From missing easy shots to sinking game winners, my basketball journey has been full of ups and downs. Every time I fell, I got right back up, learning something new along the way. With sweat, dedication, and countless hours of practice, I turned my dream into reality. This is the story of how I went from a beginner to a force on the court. Master the basics. The first step to becoming good at basketball is to master the basics. When I first started, I wasn't the best at shooting or dribbling, but I knew that to get better, I had to practice these skills every day. Whether it's dribbling with both hands or learning to make the perfect shot, focusing on the basics will build a strong foundation for everything else. You can practice these skills alone or with your friends, and remember, repetition is key. What basic basketball skill do you think is the hardest to master? Share your thoughts in the comments. Train with purpose. It's not enough to just practice. You need to train with purpose. I used to practice just for the sake of it, but I quickly realized that I wasn't improving as much as I wanted. That's when I started setting clear goals. I focused on areas where I was weakest, whether it was my shooting accuracy or my defense. By working on specific skills, I could see real improvement. Working with a coach or an experienced player can also give you valuable tips to fix bad habits and improve faster. Get physically fit. On top of that, basketball is a physically demanding sport, so getting into shape is a must. When I started, I wasn't very fast or strong, but I knew I needed to change that. I began working on my fitness by doing exercises that made me stronger and faster. Running, strength training, and flexibility exercises helped me improve my endurance and agility. The better shape you're in, the easier it becomes to play longer and harder during games. Study the game. In addition, getting better at basketball isn't just about practicing on the court. You need to understand the game too. Watching professional games and studying how the players move, pass, and shoot gave me a better understanding of the strategies used. I would pay attention to how the top players handle the ball, how they set up plays, and how they read the game. The more you know about basketball, the smarter you can play. Plus, analyzing your own games and learning from mistakes helps you make better decisions on the court. Develop a winning mindset. And one more thing, the most important part one learned on my journey is the power of mindset. Becoming a champion doesn't just happen with skill. It happens with a positive attitude and mental toughness. There were many moments when I felt discouraged or frustrated, but I pushed through. I learned to stay focused during tough games and keep my confidence high, even if I missed a shot or made a mistake. I started visualizing success and believing that I could win, and that belief pushed me to train even harder. So, how do you stay motivated when things aren't going your way in a game? Share your tips in the comments. LeBron James' inspiring journey. As I continue my journey in basketball, I couldn't help but think about one player whose journey from a young, ambitious rookie to one of the best players in the world is truly inspiring. LeBron James. When LeBron James first picked up a basketball, no one could have predicted that he'd one day become one of the greatest players the sport has ever seen. However, through determination, hard work, and a relentless desire to improve, LeBron went from being a young kid with a dream to an NBA superstar. Let's dive into how LeBron developed his skills, honed his expertise, and became the champion he is today. Every basketball player starts with the basics, and LeBron was no different. As a child, he worked on the fundamentals: dribbling, passing, and shooting. But what set LeBron apart early on was his natural athleticism. Standing tall and with incredible strength, he had a combination of speed, power, and agility that made him stand out. Still, LeBron knew that no matter how talented he was, mastering the basics was essential for building a solid foundation. Let's rewind a bit. LeBron's first step was focusing on his ball handling skills. While he was already a strong player, he needed to make sure he could control the ball under pressure, especially in tight game situations. LeBron spent hours practicing dribbling, making sure he could handle the ball with both hands, switch directions quickly, and keep his dribble alive even when defenders tried to steal it. This gave him the confidence to push past opponents and make plays under pressure. Becoming a scoring machine. LeBron's next major development came in the form of his scoring ability. At the beginning of his career, LeBron relied heavily on driving to the basket, using his strength to overpower defenders. But as his career progressed, he worked hard to develop a more complete offensive game. His scoring arsenal expanded to include a reliable jump shot, a deadly fadeaway, and a quick first step to blow by defenders. His unique combination of size and skill made him an unpredictable and unstoppable force on the court. One of the biggest milestones in his career came when he developed his three-point shooting. Initially, LeBron wasn't known for his ability to shoot from long range, but he made it a priority during the offseason to improve his shooting technique. Over time, he became more comfortable taking and making three-pointers, adding yet another weapon to his offensive game. This made him an even bigger threat because defenders could no longer just back off and give him space. He could hurt them in many different ways, becoming an all-around player. While scoring is important, a true champion needs to be able to do more than just score. LeBron understood this early on in his career. He worked on his playmaking ability, becoming not just a scorer, but also an incredible passer. LeBron's vision on the court is unmatched, and his ability to make pinpoint passes in traffic, whether it's a no-look or a fast-break assist, made him a lethal threat on offense. His basketball IQ grew with every game, and he was always thinking one or two steps ahead of his opponents. What truly set LeBron apart was his ability to impact every aspect of the game. He could grab rebounds, dish out assists, defend his opponent, and take over the game in moments of need. His versatility allowed him to play nearly every position on the court, and his adaptability made him a player that was always evolving. LeBron was more than just a scorer. He was the ultimate team player who made everyone around him better. Training like a champion. Beyond this, LeBron didn't just rely on natural talent. He took his fitness and training to the next level. His work ethic was second to none. He spent hours in the gym, lifting weights, improving his conditioning, and working on his agility. But LeBron's training wasn't just about physical strength. It was about becoming mentally strong as well. He trained his mind to stay calm under pressure, focus in high-stress situations, and keep pushing himself even when things got tough. One of the key parts of LeBron's training was his commitment to recovery. He knew that taking care of his body was essential to longevity in the league. LeBron invested heavily in recovery techniques, such as cryotherapy, stretching, and working with nutritionists to maintain peak performance. This commitment to his body helped him remain at the top of his game for over a decade, something many other players struggle with. Becoming a defensive force. Above all, when people talk about LeBron's greatness, they often focus on his scoring and playmaking, but one of his most impressive abilities is his defense. Early in his career, LeBron was known as an average defender, but he took it upon himself to become one of the best in the league. LeBron worked on his footwork, positioning, and anticipation skills, becoming an elite defender in both man-to-man and team defense situations. He was able to guard multiple positions, from point guards to power forwards, making him a matchup nightmare for opponents. LeBron's famous chase-down block engaged incredible timing, athleticism, and basketball IQ. Moments like these helped LeBron establish himself as a player who could do it all: score, pass, rebound, and defend at the highest level. The will to win. Not only this, a key element of LeBron's journey was his unrelenting desire to win. From a young age, LeBron was motivated by the idea of being the best. He watched other greats like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and studied their games, learning how they prepared, how they focused, and how they never backed down from challenges. He realized that becoming a champion wasn't just about skill. It was about having the will to push through adversity and perform when it mattered most. LeBron's your biggest challenge. Was there a time when you felt like you couldn't go on, but pushed yourself to keep going? Share your experience in the comments. That's a wrap for today. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel.